All right. Does anyone? So I'm playing this game, and I'm playing it one-handed. And
what are you doing with that other hand?
Don't worry about it. But more importantly, does anyone want to fill Hayden in on? That was so quick. This game's amazing.
Yeah,
does anyone want to fill in what this cutie patootie is doing on Planet Booty?
You got it, Dylan.
Yeah, the verified Ratchet and Clank fan.
He was ready to.
I don't know these games.
This is almost exactly like Star Fox Adventure. I just want to point that out real quick.
It's like Star Fox Adventures, except it's an actually good game and it's fun to play.
As Star Fox Adventures. Yeah.
It's about even, I would say. It's like 50-50.
So Ratchet and Clank are famous because they did some shit in the stars. They were holding a parade for them.
Ratchet and Rank?
Cratchit and Rank. And then Dr. Evil Man.
Grab it and Clank, right?
Grab it and Crank.
Yeah, grab it and Crank.
Dr. Evil Man crashed the parade and separated Ratchet and Clank, and now Clank
Crash is a different franchise, so use a different word, please. It's not a Crash game.
They bandicooted and separated them, so now Clank is with the female squirrel, and Ratchet is trying to find them.
And love.
You got his name right. Wow.
Yeah.
Is he also trying to find love? This is cool.
Like there's a thing and they tore dimensions open and Clank got thrown into this bad dimension where Ratchet is a hot lady named Rivet.
Sounds like a good dimension.
And so in this dimension, like stuff is I don't know. I haven't been following this story at all, to be honest.
I believe this dimension is under the rule of Nefarious.
Yeah.
Whereas Ratchet's dimension is not.
Somehow you've missed almost nothing. Like I feel like not much has really happened in the plot, to be honest.
Slot right in.
It's a very simple plot. Okay, dimension opens and it's not Spider-Man, it's Ratchet dimensions, and in this one, evil bad guy rules the universe and the end. And instead of Ratchet being his normal, kind of precocious self, he's the hottest little toddy that the spacefaring has ever seen. And that's all there is to it.
It's not, they're two different people.
Yeah, but they're technically... Oh, I didn't...
No, don't get back in.
Fuck this plan.
I'm out of here.
Well, that's fun. Technically, they're the same person, but in different timelines, yeah? Isn't that the whole dimensional thing?
I don't think she's supposed to be, like, different dimension.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of see where you're going. You're not wrong, but you're not right, so you're right.
Evan, you should be a politician with that kind of talk.
That's pretty good.
No, but let me actually tell you about the Medicaid program we got installed for you.
No, God, don't tell me about the Medicaid
this guy.
program.
Andrew just likes to imagine himself as a hot woman in the alternate universe, so that's why he thinks that's
so the main reason I like this game, there's a lot of reasons I like this game. The gameplay has been exhilarating. The visuals are gorgeous, by the way. It's one of the most pretty games I've ever seen in my life. But the main reason, and I won't be shy, is I like to pretend I'm a chair in this universe, a seat.
All right.
And at some point, Rivet on the left here will her legs will ache. She'll be tired. She'll need to take a load off. And perhaps I will be the chosen one in this scenario.
I have a question.
Oh, get out of my way!
What part of your body represents the flat part of the chair that Rivet will sit on? Please explain in detail.
Okay. So it's more so like my face contorts into a chair like Plastic Man from DC.
So it's only your face.
Oh, he's pretty strong. Isn't Plastic Man the strongest?
Oh, so then that means your nose is the flat part.
Well, no, see, I would contort like Plastic Man, and whatever part would be that part is...
Yeah, that legitimate
Evan, you're asking far too many goddamn questions.
Did you see what we...
Yeah, defend...
Did you see...
Seeing Andrew's brain break as he tries to decide if he wants to answer the hot furry question or the DC power level question.
Evan and I were ripping him apart. It was so great.
And you wonder why this game is good. Hayden, you've been here for 10 minutes of an episode, and you already see what this is all about.
Oh, yeah, baby. Hocus pocus. But it all
genuinely good though. Like, get out of my way!
What the fuck was that?
Realistic. In front of the camera.
Cool. I like
Goofs and gaffs and fun and laughs aside, this really is a great game so far. You know, it's a welcome reprieve from I don't know, Arkham Origins and other games that we just kind of play to play more than anything else.
Yeah. Now, is Plastic Man the strongest?
Yes. Dylan, do you want to field this one, or do I have to just be a fucking loser?
Is it because they take forever to like deteriorate or something?
I think you can just like go inside your body and shit. Like he's less invulnerable.
DC knowledge isn't as frosty, but I would say that Flash is the strongest. It's kind of relative.
Okay, because he can do the thing, but
wrong, 100%. Batman's contingent
He found a
plans.
bear.
Batman's contingent plans for the Justice League for the Flash is, I think it's like outsmart him or make him be an idiot. Whereas for Plastic Man, and I swear to God, Batman, his notes on Plastic Man are verbatim. Let's all hope to God he doesn't stop cracking jokes. Because Plastic Man, if he chooses, can instantly end the entire universe at any point. Just for fun.
Just expands or something? It just becomes big?
The fact of the matter is, he can control matter. He can manipulate atoms and molecules and everything. If he instantly says, I am now a nuclear bomb big enough to blow up the Earth, it's true. It is. It is just fact. And it just happens. So the Flash can't do anything because what if Plastic Man goes, oh, I removed all the friction from the universe. Get fucked.
The Flash runs... No,
yes, he does, Dylan. Yes, he does.
You truly had something important to say.
Yes, I did. Why, where did the name come from?
Because his body shapes and molds like plastic.
Because he can spend that credit card.
Because he's fast like a flash.
He's also very rich, and they learned he was rich before he had superpowers. So they were like, wow, you've got a lot of plastic credit cards, don't you? Oh, she's so hot. Anyway, Dylan, continue.
Look at this guy.
The Flash can outrun the philosophical definition of death. So talking about matter doesn't really come into this when we're talking about outrunning concepts.
But he can't run if there is no friction.
Plastic Man can remove the concept of death. He can remove everything ever that has ever...
level, though.
Yeah,
it's physical. It's not conceptual.
I don't know. Look, I don't know enough about Plastic Man to really get into the nitty gritty. All I know is that when Batman looks at the Flash, he's like, what a fucking loser. And when he looks at Plastic Man, he's like, yes, sir, Mr. Plastic Man. Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you.
I would also argue that like dematerialize the Flash.
Yeah, he could just fucking Watchmen fucking poof him into a mist of blood, Dylan. There's nothing stopping him from doing that.
And I like your argument,
exists
Dylan.
Outside of physical space. It's a metaphysical concept.
Yeah, but if it's a metaphysical concept, then it's not going to come into play with the real world. Yeah, and if it comes into play with the real world, then it's not a metaphysical concept. So either way, you can't have your cake and eat it too on both of those. It can't be completely removed. I said it already.
So the metaphysical controls the physical.
Whoa.
But then it's part of the physical in a way, and then it can also be controlled.
Do you guys,
I don't have to be a part of you to control you.
Yeah.
Do you hear like the pixelated gunshot sounds?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I don't know.
They stand out a lot compared to everything else.
Yeah, really. They're really weirdly volume mixed. Maybe we shouldn't play this.
What? Because you don't like the audio?
I just don't like things, in general.
That's a lie. What's on stream? What's on stream right now?
Audio is the word in front of file. Yeah.
Audio file. I'm just putting it out there very securely.
Dodging. Oh my god, I'm so good at games.
Hey, Dodge. Not the Negatron Collider. Not the Enforcer. Yes, the Enforcer, apparently. It's a beautiful game. What the hell?
I told you! This game is so pretty! I don't know how they did it, and it runs perfectly.
And the physics look great. The jumping around and everything.
These
guys don't fly 100 miles an hour up high when you hit them.
Why would they do that?
When you hit them?
That's an Origins reference, but...
Arkham, I see. Yeah, I remember when the thug came out and he went, Batman, when you hit them, they go flying 100 miles an hour. Oh, Batman, you hit that man into space, you did.
He be on his dirty bomb ting again.
Batman. He flew all the way to Jupiter.
Don't worry, everything gonna be eerie.
Eerie?
Isn't it Irie?
Everything gonna be Irie.
There you go.
Yes,
I don't know which one's correct, to be honest. Like the Plastic Man versus Flash argument.
I'm sure they're all accurate.
I think Brad Pitt says eerie, but
he is the source on this.
Yeah, he's the ambassador of Jamaica by this point.
Did you say the bombassador of Jamaica?
The bombassador man.
I'm the bombassador of Jamaica.
Behold,
that's awesome.
It is I, Brad Pitt, the bombassador. Fucking Mad Max heavy metal music starts playing everywhere he goes.
I thought you were going to do more sound impersonations.
Are you? What's happening?
Are you asking me about the story?
Yes. Yes,
I am. It's a really stupid idea, I gotta be honest.
Oh.
He was talking about DC while story was happening.
Her ass came into the screen. Her ass came on screen, and I was like, okay, I kind of get what's going on. And then Dylan asked a question about comic books, and
it's all over for you.
It's all over. It's just a blur after that, My priorities in life came to a head.
Into a head.
Wink.
pirate man you met in the bar threw you in a pirate arena. That's
yeah, we met a pirate guy, and he was like, do the cool. arena, and, you know.
Awesome. Great explanation, buddy. That's grade A work.
That's about all I got. I kind of forgot some of the controls. Oh, I can sprint. There we go.
You do seem to be killing, though, so that's
Don't forget your health.
All right. Dylan, Hayden.
That's both
while I do this arena again that I failed for, it was honestly not my fault. No reason.
Completely. Yeah.
I need you to improvise that Evan has signed up for daycare. He's gonna be put in daycare so that you guys can go to work and not worry about him. But the problem is
our son?
The problem is the daycare. Number one, he's your biological son. You're both men. I don't know how that works.
It's good.
But number two, the school is run by a bear.
Wow,
like
that's crazy.
Grizzly bear.
I want to go back to
this is a Who's Line prompt. Dylan, you're on the side of the parent who thinks that the bear is a bad guardian, and Hayden, you're on the side that the bear is a good guardian. And Evan, you can sit quietly with your head down or your hands folded at your desk.
All right, start. I got my motivation. I'm rolled up. Hayden, do you want to start us out?
Yeah, I mean, I think the bear is great. There are a lot of good examples of bears. There's the one that the women want to go into the forest with. There's also the one that's Smokey the bear, great guy. And there's also Yogi,
I like
who's
how you
a little
talk
bit
to your
better.
spouse. I like how you talk to your spouse like you're trying to persuade someone at a restaurant to get an appetizer.
Well, we're working on it, okay? Our relationship's been a little rocky. I do want to start this by remembering that beautiful ceremony of sperm mixing that we had in order to create a biological child. We held it in the bowl and we gently touched noses.
Sperm?
Okay, shut up!
Evan, I want to remind you, I didn't say you were any different. You're literally a 33-year-old man in this scenario. So.
Hayden, what's sperm?
Shut up! God damn it, what a mistake. I'm sorry. Your father and I are trying to figure something out. Just hold on a goddamn second. Okay? Jeez.
Why are you babying a 33-year-old man like this?
I didn't know that the younger Dylan was my father.
We're both your father. We tell you this all the time. Not getting it. He's okay. I'm going to calm down. And
mi madre.
I've given you my reasoning on good bears. Why do you think the bear's bad? Has the bear done anything bad?
It's a bear!
That's not as nuanced an argument as I have, but that's why I love you. You know, you're simple and you keep me grounded. So I'm just going to make this. I'm going to make this decision unilaterally. He's going to daycare. Do you hear him talking? I just can't hear him talking anymore. He's got to go somewhere.
The bear is killing me. Sorry.
Oh,
it's a bear. God. It's killing him.
I'm sorry. I mean, that was not the plan.
That was a very polite way to handle that. The bear is killing me right now. Sorry.
He's just so annoying.
I've learned from my parents, you know.
Your parents who conduct parental meetings like they're business agreements between companies.
Please call us
of equal age.
Please call us your
and sex.
Listen, we told you this. Please call us your parents.
Barents?
Yes, thank you.
I know that when you guys are roughhousing, you call yourselves the Berenstein Bears, but you gotta really watch what you're fucking talking about. You know,
yeah, you might get mandala'd. Yeah, mandala'd.
Plastic Man could kill the Berenstain Bears, is all I'm saying.
I think he could. Have we come to a resolution?
And country bears like our relatives?
Yeah, they're country bears
one hell of a jamboree.
Country bears
Evan,
jamborees.
Evan, you would know this. Did they update the Country Bear Jamboree to make it less of a nightmare?
I haven't seen the new one yet, but they did.
Why?
I don't know. There's a big bears.
Okay, man, let's calm down.
He's really upset about
snippy with me. God.
Being sent off to bear school.
I'm just using Daddy Dylan's argument.
That is not what we agreed you called him.
I've been called that a few times.
Again, you are a 33-year-old man. You don't have to call him daddy like that.
He will, though. He will.
That's the flame I love for my partner. That's the fire I like.
My favorite
We've already agreed that Halo 3 is euphemism for gay sex.
Right. Assuming I remember to put the Hitman episode. Assuming I remember to put the Hitman episode up before this one.
No, we never talked about that in an episode. That's just a fact.
Fair. My favorite part is this is Hayden's literal first introduction to the game. We're 15 minutes in and nothing has made any lick of sense.
You're fighting pirates in an arena, buddy. That's not that hard to get. I get it. I'm in. I'm hip. I'm cool. Damn, laser's ass.
Yeah.
So I guess we came to an agreement there, Dylan?
Yeah, it's a bear.
Yeah. That's awesome. You contribute so much to this relationship. doing everything on my
what is there? I asked Mommy.
That's a couple options there, Dylan. I'm gonna let you handle that one.
He's asking this, I imagine, while torn in half, laying on the ground.
Well, we were just talking about a hairy gay man, right?
Why I died?
Well, okay. While we're on this, one gorilla or 100 guys.
Oh God, you're right.
Okay.
Dating
Let's get
ourselves
this
there.
on the road.
I mean, we used to rule the earth the old-fashioned way. I think we'll get them.
One gorilla at a time.
I think people are vastly overestimating. Or no, sorry, they're not underestimating the gorilla. They're not underestimating the gorilla. They're underestimating
100 people thinking in unison and figuring shit out.
Attacking in unison.
Oh yeah.
That's how we got here. That's how we got here. It's gonna suck, but we'll
gorilla 1v1 with a human.
Is it hand to hand?
I would assume there's no weapons.
No, just empty arena. No weapons.
I'm gonna ratchet this. I'm gonna fucking wrench this guy to death. Hang on.
And to give any sort of setup before we just start talking about shit, could 100 humans beat one gorilla in a fight?
Yeah. Ow!
And I really don't think people understand what the mentality of the humans would be.
I'm busy. Keep talking.
After the first human just gets
Horvitz, by the way.
After the first human just gets torn in half.
Yeah, so Twitter is being Twitter, which means that everyone in there is genuinely stupid, and you should feel bad if you actually browse it.
Oh my God.
And that's the argument. And people are like, oh, after the gorilla kills the first 3 men, what are they going to do?
They gotta keep. I mean, you gotta keep fighting. You're not just gonna stop.
Have you not seen any old school conflict ever where soldiers charged each other's lines? Like, yeah, dudes in the front often get killed, but the fact is, if you have 100 men after the first 10, the gorilla's done. It's not gonna have the stamina to keep going fighting that long.
Depends on how long it would take.
You're not finding 10 men to get ripped apart, though. Like, you're in that situation, Andrew. Are you going to be one of those 10 men?
Is that going to be you?
I have this weird thing called money, which means I can pay to not have to fight a gorilla.
I don't think money comes into it.
But if you have to fight a gorilla, you're locked in. It's not like we're taking, it's not like how many people will volunteer to fight a gorilla. That's not the question. The question is, if you are locked in and you have to fight 100 versus 1 and he'll just rip you all apart, you're not doing it one by one. You're going to figure it out.
Here's where people fucking suck themselves into a stupid corner. We have to assume bloodlusted. Goku would never fight Saitama from One Punch Man. You see that fucking argument all the time. If we really went down to it, they would not fight each other. But the hypothetical is if they are bloodlusted, if they want to kill each other, if they have to, if they are going to the death, who would win? Then it's an actual question. In this scenario, people, if they see a gorilla, would stay away from the gorilla. They'd put it in an enclosure. They wouldn't fight it. They would go, oh shit, it's a gorilla. Let's calmly back away.
But if you have to
if 100 dudes are locked in a coliseum and they release a gorilla, the gorilla's probably going to kill a good handful of them. But after the first wave, there is no way it's going to keep going.
So here's the thing. So then you're the commander. How would you do it? Here's my suggestion. I think what you do is you pick someone to be a general, and then you spread out probably.
Well, hang on. The commander has to pick a general, so already we're down 2 people in fighting roles.
That's fine. That's fine.
This is great because while you're picking the general, the gorilla's ripped 5 men clean in half.
That's fine. That's fine.
Time out. We haven't picked a general. Time out.
Hold on. No, but I think
and you're gonna.
I think you do pockets of people.
You'll be on culinary, and you get this guy.
I think you get groups of 8, maybe. So then you can do all sides. You get groups of 8, and you have them, just fighting in pockets and wearing it out over time.
Hey guys, I'm sorry to interrupt this actually really important discussion. Does anyone remember what I'm supposed to be doing or where I'm going?
I think you're supposed to look deeply into her blue eyes.
You leave.
I don't know how. I don't know what the button was to. There was a butt.
Oh.
I don't think you want that on.
Ooh. Wait, are these like DLC?
No.
Well, why do I have all this?
I don't know.
It's for collecting shit. You got the boots from the pirates.
Oh, that's cool. Damn, you're looking rad as hell. I like that one.
Yeah, but I think these are DLC. Yeah, these are DLC. I don't want to wear DLC. They're going to ruin everything.
Then take them off.
I'm trying to take all of it off, Evan. It won't let me.
Oh, I know you are.
Oh, this is the original.
That's
Ratchet.
awesome.
No, that's from Going Commando.
Yeah, it's the original Ratchet and Clank armor.
I like how the ears wiggle.
The third game or something like that.
It's either the first. No, Commando. I think this is the third one because this says Commando.
Going Commando. Yeah,
it's almost like I said that.
That's clever.
But you think I listened to you?
Oh. 100
these are definitely DLC outfits.
I'd rather be killed by a man than a gorilla any day.
Honestly, Dylan, if you are vehement about not fighting, if you're vehement about not fighting, I think the group picks you up and throws you at the gorilla as a distraction.
Well, I'm not.
I think that's what happens to you.
I don't roll in there and say, guys, I'm not fighting. It's not going to be me. Figure it out, motherfucker.
That's what you're doing right now.
I refuse to fight an animal. This is barbaric. You can fight the gorilla.
I'm going to know in advance.
You're telling me you're going to be in the arena, Evan?
I'm going to put Evan in Dylan's squad so that I know that Dylan gets used at least as some fodder.
I would like to request not being in Evan's gorilla group.
Here's another thing.
Do you not want to kiss me during the battle?
Sir, requesting transfer from Evan's gorilla group.
Transfer denied. You get on the ground, boy. You fight that gorilla.
You fight that gorilla.
You want to fight that gorilla, goddammit.
He wants to take away your freedom. Go.
Supposed to be here.
You know what, Dylan? Dylan, I have a spot for you because I'm a genius general. What happens is once the people are being ripped apart, you're going to go collect the bones to make weapons to fight the gorilla. And we get enough arms, legs ripped in half. You give them to somebody that wants to fight, but you got to pick it up. You got to collect the bones so we can get the weapons.
I will be the bone picker of my gorilla group. I accept that responsibility.
We got a spot for you, buddy. Everyone can contribute.
You need a bone picker.
We need a bone picker. And it'll be great. You can do it.
Whoa!
My goodness.
I knew you were hoping that was Rivet.
This game's horny. Like, it's not just me anymore. Did you see the way he sat in that chair?
One of them was called Going Commando. I mean, they're very aware of the joke.
No, they genuinely, the game series is genuinely self-aware. The next one was Up Your Arsenal.
Yeah.
Get it? Like, they are genuinely a self-aware series. I am okay as a human being. Every choice I make is valid.
Okay, all right. That's good.
I'm okay. All bullshit aside, I grew up playing Ratchet and Clank. I played the first 3 on PS2 all the time. I literally do love this series before I became a disgusting weirdo. I think Ratchet and Clank is super charming, super fun. I love this series.
It's beautiful. The art is great. This little comic thing is really fun.
Super well made. Great gameplay. I'm glad we're playing this. I'm glad that you guys are here.
Hey, I'm glad you're here too, buddy.
Disgusting goddamn preferences.
It's so sweet after we talk about beating Dylan to the gorillas, but we figured out a spot for you, buddy.
Back to the gorillas.
No, I think we already figured it out.
What did we figure out?
Well, we figured out that once the gorilla starts ripping apart people, we'll be able to use the bones as tools, and we'll have some designated bone pickers per group.
You need bone pickers.
You need the bone pickers.
You need designated bone pickers,
and they can armor up.
Would you not vomit people?
I would stomach it.
Honestly,
I think I could get through some people carrying if I had to.
I'm not sure. Knowing your tummy, I'm not sure.
Tummy.
Dylan would do it. Dylan would do it to survive, but the whole time he'd be going, "Oh,
I hate this." Honestly,
he'd be like, "Man, I'm not going to get a good sleep schedule."
His only other option is to fight the gorilla, which he's decided he's not doing. Which that's fair. We'll get you as a bone picker, buddy, and you will help us out. You'll get You'll get us weaponed up, and we'll get that gorilla.
So what are you doing for your gorilla group, Andrew?
Yeah.
Well, can I get a mod for this game where every time I'm Ratchet, I'm Rivet, and every time I'm Rivet, I'm still Rivet?
Not a game, buddy. You're fighting a gorilla.
I'm sure.
What did you say to me? I was distracted by the fact I'm currently playing as Disappointment.
How are you going to set up your gorilla group? I think I got 8 people. I think I got 2 distractors. I got 3. I got 3 distractors. I got 4 in the back line. Okay, you know what I'm going to have to do to play. I think I got 4 people going. I got 3 people in the back line. I got 2 bone pickers, and I got 1 individual that's going to be the first in line to be armed. And hopefully those 3 individuals that are waiting get armed before they get ripped apart. I think that's the 8-person squad that you can, or 10-person squad you can take a gorilla down with.
You're not doing it with 10. I think
that's all it will take.
You're not doing it with 10.
I think you're good. If you collect their bones fast enough and you run and dart in and out and actually fucking do it just right.
You run out of people who aren't ripped in half more quick than you think.
I think you're sacrificing 4 people, right?
Just
you got 4 people. You got 4 people in the back line waiting to be armed. You got 2 people running in to get the 2 bone pickers running in to get the armor, and you're hopefully arming those 4 people. You know, it might go down to 3 when you have to send 1 in to continue distracting.
Sure.
And then eventually you're armed up enough that you can stab it to death. I think. I think you could do it in 10.
Okay, here's my much simpler plan. Children.
I like my.
Oh God.
Yeah. Okay.
10
What about them?
children
Because they're nimble.
So you got a 90-10 ratio.
as designated weapons.
I don't.
You get
they're not strong with the bones.
a line of 10 men, strong, big, tough men, to grab 10 children by the ankles and swing them around as human clubs.
See, I think you're going to need a piercing, not a bashing weapon, and that's where the
The
sacrifice
structural
comes
integrity
in.
of a child, I don't think is
I
what you
completely
want.
agree with that.
That doesn't matter because
How do you know that, Dylan?
the rest of the 80 people,
Independent
the rest
research.
of the 80 people not currently doing this are then on child viscera collection duty.
That's
Yeah,
just
but
going
just
to with
me.
extra steps.
But just collect.
You-
What are you talking
Yes,
about? You're getting
but-
lower tier equipment for the same
but
price.
The children are orphans and have been told by the government that they will never ever have parents and never be loved and no one will ever care if they die.
Yeah, but you can just do that with adults too. It doesn't have to be kids that are the
well, no, you can't
sad
swing an adult
orphans.
around. You can't swing an adult around like a child. So what's
You're
going to
not-
happen is
Oh, you're
the
bashing.
children,
You're bashing. You need to stab.
the children are going to become bloodlusted and have nothing to lose.
Children
so
are
they
dead.
will
The children are
extend-
being used as weapons. It doesn't matter if they're
will
bloodlusted or
extend
not.
their arms and open their mouths and claw and bite while being used as clubs, meaning they are now spiked clubs. The unit
don't think that's how that
wielding the
works.
children as clubs will be told to aim exclusively for eyes and genitals. I don't think the gorilla is going to get very far with 10 flailing, high-impact children.
They're not high impact.
clawing
They
and
explode on
gnashing
impact.
at its eyeballs and dick and balls, meaning the last 80 people can have a Smash Brothers Melee LAN party.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I
it's
do like
pretty
that.
sick. I
But
think
why
my
don't you-
plan is not only cool, but foolproof. It's like both. Like, I
I'm
got
doing
both
it-
in one plan.
I got 90 people left over. You got 80? You're losing
Is
10
this-
people,
Well,
buddy.
I
Smash
really
LAN
want to kill this
party.
gorilla.
Okay,
Like, I
that's
want it to be a
a LAN
bloody
party.
pulp of a gorilla.
Well,
Your plan
get to
doesn't
that.
take into account when the gorilla pulls out its pocket chic and just like nails the melee after party.
Yeah, the gorilla's in the LAN party, and I didn't foresee this.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
can the
oh,
gorilla
boy.
do
Oh,
a
they
Diddy
have a
Kong ground and
pocket
pound?
cheek, huh?
Because that's
Oh,
going to
God,
make
he's-
things hard.
Oh no, we're switching to Ultimate. He's playing Steve. Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
God.
Oh,
Well, now it's not
God.
even a gorilla anymore.
No,
Fuck
he
you,
definitely
gorilla.
a Donkey Kong main, right? Gotta be.
I got
Gotta
it,
be.
right? You got it.
That's a little on the
That would be
nose.
what
He
you'd
might be
expect.
insulted.
No, that'd be what you expect.
That's true.
He's a high tier fucking Joker player. He's got all the combos and movement and everything unlocked.
Maybe he likes Diddy for the continuity, but he wants
I-
to be agile, and he's never been agile.
Does
Okay.
anyone remember? There it is.
Not
Okay.
Diddy. I'm sorry, Diddy
question.
Kong. Diddy
He did
Kong.
it.
100 gorillas playing melee against one human.
Oh, the gorillas are going down. They're not even going to be able to
Who's the
hold the
human?
controllers. They're going
A
to crush the
professional, a
controllers.
professional melee player.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whoa.
is this a mod where like they can play all together at the same time?
do they-
Assuming
Oh, that's a good
it's-
point.
So to make an equal scenario, they're all playing at the same time against one
So
average
then-
human, like
And
an
they have
average gorilla.
indestructible controllers, so
So
that whenever they
it
smash
is
the
the-
buttons, it doesn't
yeah.
ruin them.
Question: is the win condition to just beat them in the game or to actually survive?
What do you mean? They're playing
What's
the
your
game.
win
Because-
condition in
because-
life?
Dylan's survive.
It's one of the two. So then the melee doesn't matter in this instance.
I guess the gorilla
Yeah,
could just start smacking the humans. You're
That's
right.
what I'm saying. Is
There's nothing that stops him.
It becomes the
Yeah,
same question.
there's
of the
really
gorilla.
nothing that stops
The
him
Smash
from
player-
just in the middle of melee getting mad and beating the fuck
The
out of who
Smash
he's
player will
playing
be
with.
in an isolated concrete bunker, and they can, have their fun.
So if the gorilla loses at melee, he gets a gun to his head and they just pull the trigger and blow his brains out. Is what you're saying?
Yes.
That's tough,
yeah.
but sure, yeah.
We got an order the dumbest saw track of all time.
We've gone really, really.
Tom, I just want to make sure this is correct. We got a concrete order for 100 gorilla-sized melee cells.
Yeah, that's right. Don't question what I do with my money.
Hello, Mr. President. It's me, General Secretary of the United States. Just wanted to confirm over here our plan to stop the gorilla beatings here. It
That's right,
says
the
here,
gorillas. Yep, they're coming.
One GameCube.
Yep, I love computers. Everything is computer.
One
100
copy,
from controllers.
one copy factory sealed for Super Smash Brothers Melee.
That's right. The gorillas have to load it themselves, and if they can do that, then they can fight.
Very expensive, very expensive. Also, I totally would that female Clank. Let's
Good
see here. Sorry,
lord,
I just
it's
got
a child
distracted.
robot.
Damn.
They're not whoa, they are not children. They are adults. Get out of
They're
here.
robots.
I don't know. You're
No, they're
clubbing
adults.
gorillas with children. I don't know how much you really care.
Oh, Dylan.
I think I've got the 10-man gorilla squad. I think we can do it in 10.
All right, so sorry, I got distracted by the fact that JD Vance was playing Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart on the White House TV here.
Oh, Ratchet's about to die then.
Okay, so we got Factory GameCube, whatever. It says here a gun.
Honestly, I'm going to stop you right there, buddy. I'm bored with it. Okay, I'm moving on. Don't just cancel the order, whatever you want to do.
Everyone knows that the first rule of improv is saying, no, I'm stopping this. So
no, I know. We just finish the order. I don't care about improv. I don't care about you. I'm moving on. Okay, we're done.
Oh, look, she's a little backpack. Oh.
I think it would be hard to source the children.
Oh, okay. Wait, I was using hover boots. Thank you for giving me something I already had.
Whoa!
Whoa! Yeah, thank you! Whoa!
Didn't have to do this.
Look at this. This game is so good.
It's pretty sick. Pretty smooth.
I can do Tony Hawk's.
Tony's what?
Tony's Hawk.
You fucking Jet Set Radio! Look at this.
Hey, go in that water. Go over that water, please, Daddy.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, only because you said that. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, the water effect.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Oh, it didn't matter.
When we did that Blood Brother thing, it's really unfortunate because I do have HIV and I didn't tell you. But when we did that, you know, really brought us.
We cancel each other out.
Awesome.
You're both clunk positive.
Each other's HIV.
We're really
Dylan, you want to just make out over there?
You stuck. You stuck. Why did I say you stuck? You stuck. Oh, bug man. That is
they made her a freaky little bug person in this game.
There. That is weird in that one.
Ratchet, I am burrowing into your brain to eat your brain stem. Yes. Oh god, I can't control it. Oh god, oh fuck.
Turn off the boots, turn off the boots, turn off the boots, turn off the boots.
All right, we're good. Hey, it's a combat arena built for me and my combat abilities.
What in the fuck? I don't know what that mechanic was, honestly.
All right. Let's use our charisma and charm to come up with the inevitable sequel to One Gorilla versus 100 People.
Hi there, Mr. Gorilla. I've got 1,400 bananas, and I've been saving them just for you. How about we calm down? How about we all just hang out?
That's not even remotely what I said, but okay.
That's using our charisma to solve the problem.
The sequel is just it again, but someone brought bananas this time.
We were prepared, goddammit.
Yeah, how far does this argument go if someone just brings a nice heap of bananas and says, you can have these, there you go, we don't have to fight?
I think it doesn't go over, I think that's it.
I think it goes for like 2 hours longer until he finishes the bananas.
and then he takes a nap. And then he kills you with renewed vigor.
He goes, okay, now that I've eaten, I have the strength to kill even more men.
Yeah, that's great. You really healed me up.
It's kind of backfired a bit, huh?
Yeah, that's not good.
How about 100 attractive women with briefcases versus one Howie Mandel?
Oh.
And they have to negotiate on the price of the briefcase.
I really am having a hard time coming up with that one.
I think Howie's going to get the shit beat out of him by a bunch of women with briefcases is what's going to happen.
That sounds like a deal to me.
Yeah, baby.
All right, Evan, you're on Deal or No Deal, and you've decided that it's time to make a deal or no deal. Howie Mandel, God Emperor himself, sees that it's your first time on the show, and he goes, now, Evan, I want to just make sure that you know how the game works. Shall we explain the rules to him, ladies and gentlemen? The crowd, applauds like, yeah. And he goes, now, Evan, you can keep your case for a certain amount of money that's inside it, or the dealer can offer you a deal to sell it back, or the lesser picked but still viable third option, you can kill my son in front of my eyes.
Oh my god.
And Howie pulls out
his disappointment of a son.
A fucking like rocket launcher. and they open the grate, and his son is tied to a pole out in the middle of a field, and he's got a gag on. He's like, and now he's like, oh, isn't he such a good sport? Now, Evan, his life will be on your hands, but you'll win both the case and the dealer's offer.
And this was greenlit by a major.
Evan, I'm going to say the tagline of the show: deal, no deal, or kill my son in front of my eyes.
Evan, it's your choice.
What would you do, Evan?
Well,
you have to hesitate.
What point of the game are we at? We early stage.
How much money is in my suitcase?
How much money is on the line?
Yeah, what is his son's life worth?
Okay. What case is it possibly?
It's the big one. What?
Okay. So
40 grand.
So the two cases left are either 40 grand or $7.
Okay.
And he won't. Let's be sure he won't face any legal repercussions for the murder of this man's son.
It's a game show. If anything, everyone's rooting for this to happen. They're fucking hyped for it.
Okay,
I bet a part of me would be convinced it was fake, and I'd kill the kid.
What? Just to oh, I see.
Sorry, I don't kill the kid. I launched the missile, and whatever happens.
Okay, so you launch the missile at him. You launch the missile at him. You pick up the RPG-7 out of the case.
Oh, it's the seventh one. Okay.
You launch the missile, and it flies out of at the kid, and you just see him go and big explosion. Blood, guts, viscera, gore everywhere. Bones, like half of his skeleton with flesh still on it lands next to your feet.
Those are good gorilla killing bones to put those on.
That's right.
Good gorilla
now that's a bone picker. Now that's a guy I like to have on my team.
You now see that this is not fake in any way. This is completely and utterly
we don't
real.
Actually know that.
Howie Mandel's son is actually dead.
Evan's cope is completely
killed by you.
A doctor walks out and puts his finger on the ground and says he's dead.
Evan's cope is complete disbelief.
It's still a bit. It's a game show.
And so Howie Mandel looks at the audience and he goes,
tears in his eyes.
Congratulations, Evan. We have a winner, but you just committed murder, so you have to go to jail now and go to trial.
But that wasn't part of it.
A SWAT team armed to the teeth comes out to take you to jail. What do you do? They're armed. They've got their guns. I don't know what the fuck this is.
What can
I would hope that the case I haven't chosen has like a get out of jail free card or something.
Diplomatic immunity in it.
Jury nullification.
Okay. So Howie has told you this. He's told you all of this, and he says, "But Evan, there's still game left to play. In your case, could be a free presidential pardon, no strings attached." Entirely absolved of killing my beloved son, who after this I was going to take on a father-son fishing trip, but no more.
No.
Or, in your case, could be murder my daughter as well in the same fashion.
Jesus Christ.
Another door flies open and she's in the same
I think we got to stop Howie. We got to go to the source. This guy's a maniac.
Go to commercial.
I look towards the doctor, see if he shakes his head no.
The doctor has lit up a smoke at this point.
The doctor is he's shaking like a PTSD victim. Like he cannot do this anymore.
I was just hired in case someone opened a giant case and had a heart attack. I don't know about all this. I'm just here for medical backup.
I offer Howie the chance to go on a fishing trip with me. Deal or no deal?
Damn, he flipped the script.
Howie runs his thumb along the metal plating of the RPG-7. He kind of holds it in his hands. He's like inspecting it, and he goes, "Evan, that's not the name of the show. You can't give back what you took from me. My son is no longer with us."
Can I make a quick point?
No.
I like to think of Howie Mandel as that thing that's on your screen right now. I think that's his true form. That he's shed his human form.
He's trying
and he's
to heal.
looking like that.
And so he says, "Evan, you can't take back what you've stolen from me. It is gone. You have removed the light."
Are you sure that fishing trip could be real?
Evan, listen, you seem like a swell kid. I am Howie. What the fuck was that? Fuck this.
I didn't know Howie Mandel was felt like that, so.
So he goes, "You have stolen from me what cannot be given back. You have been chosen to anoint yourself in gold and jewels and that of the crown of capitalism, and you instead have wrought woe and destruction in my life. Evan, I need you to say just deal or no deal. What is it going to be?"
I make out with Dylan.
God damn it! Listen to Howie. People get hurt when you don't listen to Howie. Just answer his fucking question.
The true treasure is Dylan's tongue.
Howie reaches into his smart casual business suit and pulls out a handgun. It's a 1911 handgun, and he shoots an old woman in the audience in the head. Her brain matter flies everywhere in the stands, and he goes, "Do you think this is a game, Evan?
This is what happens.
Or no deal?" And he immediately cocks the gun and points it at you. And also the audience loves this. They're going, "Yeah, woo, Howie, let's go."
This is taking
What were my options again?
Deal or no deal, dude? What? What do you mean?
In the midst of all the chaos, I've forgotten the point. I've forgotten where we're in.
Okay.
I forgot what the question.
Okay.
Deal or no deal?
Okay, so Howie goes, "Evan, you seem like a bright lad, and we have plenty of time here on the Howie Network. I'm going to offer you an additional challenge. I'm going to offer you immunity. I'm going to offer you a new way out." And he slides a wall up, and it's Dylan in medieval gladiator armor.
No way.
Not puckered
And
lips.
behind him,
He's in bone armor.
Behind him are 99 clones of Dylan. And Howie
And one gorilla.
And one gorilla. And Howie gives you a controller and he says, "Okay, command your army, Evan."
Will those Dylans fight?
Wait.
I think you just killed Dylan after Dylan after Dylan after Dylan.
So who's fighting? Is it all the Dylans fighting each other?
They don't fight.
I don't fucking know anymore, man.
Where are we? What's happening?
Yeah, I mean, knowing Dylan, he's waiting for the first death to take out the bones.
How do I know which objective is which?
So then at that point, we're at a stalemate, right?
They're both temples, I think.
I guess if I have the controller, I hit the start menu and go to main menu.
I
save my game.
Howie grabs you on the shoulder and he goes, "Congratulations, you figured out this was all a fake video game the whole time. None of it was real.
Anyway.
My son is perfectly well and live. Wave hello, Howie Jr. And the mangled body parts all wave hello. They were a fake animatronic the whole time.
So Evan was right the whole time.
Evan was right the whole time. And the president, Donald Trump, he comes out and he goes, "Evan, that was the greatest performance I've ever seen on Howie Mandel's Kill My Son or whatever. I want to make you the brand new double president of the United States."
Double president.
That means you're me, but two of us. And you're allowed to say that you can be my boss or whatever. I don't care. And
what an amazing tale. What a story.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was my word-for-word reading of How Evan Beat Howie by Roald Dahl, famous children's author.
And became president.
And became the double president.
The double president.
The double
An official role.
Well, that's just
Dylan,
magical work.
Thoughts? I asked you to politely review my children's book for inconsistencies. Thoughts?
Roald Dahl went into a very weird period in the last part of their life.
No, you fucking idiot. That's not Roald Dahl's book. That's my book. The full title is How Evan Beat Howie, a children's book by Roald Dahl.
Okay, yeah, I'm seeing that now.
That's the title of my children's book. Right.
Yeah. Insane Asylum now.
Yeah, put him away. Put this guy away. Could not be allowed to roam free.
What if I wrote you in the book as a main character?
Now.
I think Dylan becomes the warden.
I've actually got another solution. We're going to team you up with Nathan Fielder for just an absolute banger of a TV series.
99 other people.
Yeah, I think this could be the next Malcolm in the Middle, to be honest. This could be Malcolm in the Middle 2's plot.
I think this could be the next Malcolm X.
Oh no. Oh dear. I really appreciated, Dylan, your response. So I was in Colorado recently and I stayed in some hotels and places, whatever. One of the hotels I stayed in was one of the worst places I've ever been in my life. It was one of the worst stays I've ever had. And Dylan immediately posts a picture of fucking Nathan Fielder and it goes, "The plan, destroy Andrew's senses so that way he makes a viral YouTube video about the hotel."
It just sounded like staged.
It was perfect.
Like it was 20 things one after another that happened to you. Like it was literally an episode. Let me
pull out my list because my god, I wrote it all down. I took down a list. I was so mad.
You gotta keep playing.
I won't name names. I won't name I won't name what part of the hotel. But when I got there, so when I first got there, I went up to the front desk, and the woman was very nice. The people at the front desk were nice. I have no problem with them. But she said, "Oh, our hotel has been overbooked, unfortunately. We don't have any single rooms available anymore." You know, I just get like a king-size bed, single room, like nothing fancy. That's the standard, I think.
Big man.
And she went, "Would you mind if we bumped you to a queen bed?" Or a twin queen beds, so 2 queen beds. And I was like, no, like, there's barely any fucking difference. Who cares? If I'm staying by myself, I don't give a shit. And I was like, it'll be even fun. I had one bed I would just hang out and kind of mess up and eat snacks in and then sleep in the other. It was neat.
You're messing up that bed?
I eat snacks in the bed at hotel all the time. It's
not
my job to clean it. I don't give a fuck.
Among us.
Fuck y'all. Maybe that's why I got all this that I deserve. But what I didn't know is the new room they gave me. She even was nice about it. She was like, "Oh, you know what? Thank you for your understanding. We'll even bump you up to a lakeside view room from the one that you had." And I was like, "Oh, I get a nice little view." And she was like, "Oh, we'll give you a complimentary breakfast." She was trying her hardest to be very nice and understanding about it, which, okay, fair. Now, here's the problem. Here's the problem with that. When she gave me that view, when she gave me that new room, she put me right next to the elevator. And the problem with that hotel is the walls did nothing. Nothing whatsoever. So the entire time that I'm there, I hear people slamming and banging their luggage everywhere they go, and the elevator voice in an elevator that was far too loud, really, really loud, going, "Floor 3. Like it's right in my room. Like it's sitting right next to me. So extremely goddamn loud. That thing was like, it gave me a headache whenever I was in the elevator. It was so loud. Now, that wouldn't have been the worst. Whatever, put some headphones on. I'm not in the room most of the time. I'm just going to bed. People go to bed. Who cares? But here's the thing.
People go to bed. Who cares?
I think that hotel was like a refuge for a flooded out school or community center or something, because all of the sudden, later that night, the lobby flooded with people. It was empty, and it flooded with families. There was like 50, 60 people in it. And the kids decided that the lobby of the hotel was the perfect place to play soccer. And I don't know if they play soccer differently in Colorado. Hayden, do they play soccer differently in Colorado?
Yeah, but I don't have the time to explain it. Just continue with your story.
Because they had a soccer ball that they were dribbling like a basketball.
Yeah, that's soccer basket.
And juking each other with. And then when it got inconvenient, they would put it on the floor and kick it around at each other. So yeah, they were playing like their own game that they made up in the lobby of the hotel while people are actively trying to check out. And they're getting pelted with soccer balls.
St. Mary's School for Noisy Boys had an overflow and just happened to go to the hotel. I don't know what to tell you.
Is this your inspiration for bashing children against gorillas?
They may or may not have had a bad experience with it. But these walls in the hotel did nothing, to the point where I could also hear the conversations of my neighbors verbatim. I just got bored at one point and just sat next to the wall, and I could hear absolutely everything that they were talking about, word for fucking word.
Was it interesting?
It was like 4 elderly people, and they were all going, "Well, we're going to get breakfast in the morning, and you go with him, and then you get in that car, and if we drive this way, then we'll all be able to do this at the same time." And
planning a heist, I see.
It went on for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. And then yours. I'm looking at my notes here. Oh, so the kids were in the lobby and they were playing soccer, and my neighbors were whatever, like being neighbors. And then it was like 10 o'clock at night. And I was like, okay, everyone's just gonna go to bed. It's all gonna calm down. Whatever. I'm a night owl. I don't care. People will be asleep. The kids decided that the lobby wasn't fun anymore, and specifically came up to my floor so that they could run laps in the hallway.
Good Lord.
And literally time each other. And they were like, okay, you have to run all the way down there, go down the stairs, then run all the way back up. And you have to beat Kyle. You have to beat Kyle's record. Kyle was the fastest. And just right outside my door for genuine hours, you just hear, I don't know if you guys can hear this, of these kids just doing literal Olympic fucking wind sprints right outside.
Did you get out there and put them to shame?
Get off my lawn!
I really thought about it. I really did, but I was just kind of like, you know what? I've got headphones on. I'm working on my laptop. I'll just ignore it. I don't want to deal with my worry was like some parents would give me shit or something would happen. So I was just like, whatever.
Well, I think if you beat them in a race, they would have.
Oh, they would have respected you, and then you
I should have been like, kids, how would you like to help with the guerrilla fighting initiative?
How do you feel about fighting gorillas?
We're recruiting.
We want you for the guerrilla fighters. And then later on, their dad came up the elevator, or someone's dad, and he walked out and he was like, okay, you guys need to knock it off. Go to bed. It's time to go to bed. And then that finally dispersed that, but it was like midnight. Whoa. It just went on and on and on and on and on. And so all of this shit sucks, and everyone's loud and being annoying, and then I go, whatever, I'll go to bed and I'll wake up and everything will be fine.
Oh!
Well,
watch out, bud.
I'm also really amazing at Ratchet and Clank, but what I learned very quickly is the walls do nothing, the doors also do nothing, because the housekeeping ladies would show up every day at 7 in the morning and decided the best way to work is to like, you know, gossip and talk amongst each other.
Yeah.
Now, that's fine, you know, someone's folding sheets, someone's getting dishes, like, okay, I understand that. The problem is, they explicitly wanted to talk to each other from opposite ends of the hallway. So they would be speaking Spanish. I'm just going to speak it in English. It was Spanish, so I didn't know what they were saying.
Go ahead and do it in Spanish. That's fine.
Hold on.
Como se
I advise against that.
Yeah. How do I get back to where I'm trying to... Oh, here we go. So they were in Spanish, and from what I could glean, it was just bullshit. And while I'm trying to sleep at 7 in the morning, they're yelling at each other across the hall. What the fuck, camera? I did not do that. They're yelling at each other from across the hallway. Did you see what she just did? No way! Ha 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 ha! I can't believe that! Oh, I'm still doing this room! I'll meet you over there! It went on and on and on. At 7 o'clock in the morning, they are yelling at each other across the hall about cleaning stuff up. And then when they weren't yelling at each other, they were pounding on the doors to let people know house cleaning was there as loud as they could. So they would knock on a door 3 doors down, and I would hear it in my room just perfectly, utterly perfectly.
Yikes.
Oh, my God.
It left an impression on you, buddy. It really did.
Yeah. And the fridge was stuck too cold, so I put some bottles of water in there and they froze, so I didn't even get to drink them. And the worst, like, insult to injury was I was checking out, and front desk woman was like, oh, how's your stay? And I was like, oh, it was fine. Like, I just wanted to leave. I just truly wanted to leave. And as I was trying to leave and go out the front door, one of those house cleaning ladies was mopping, so I had to go all the way to the other side of the building and go out the back entrance.
Yikes.
Yeah. Wasn't good.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Okay, I'm a little too fast for the game, I guess.
That's hell. What the fuck?
I don't know what the fuck that was. But yeah, it was hands down, without a doubt, the worst hotel I've ever stayed in. I've stayed in hotels where the fire alarm has gone off on multiple days. That happened to me a few months ago. That was cool.
Yikes.
I'm literally too fast for the game.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't time it that you can run across it.
Yeah, really. It feels like anti-speedrun. I've stayed in hotels where I've had to move rooms like 3 different times because of shit. I've stayed in all sorts of stuff, but this was just... I was not in a good place. Like, I was so fucking dead to the world by the end of that. Okay.
Well, you're back. You're safe. You're safe now. You're safe.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Hayden. I can't wait
but in a worse state.
To be out here?
Yeah. Okay. Oh,
wow.
We did it. Craggier bear. Okay. Yeah, I'm shocked I have to stand here and wait. You would think I could just kind of,
get over it, yeah.
Yeah. With bed and foddy. Oh, you have to jump that.
They're pretty generous with the timers, at least.
Very generous.
Very generous.
People have said this.
All right. Hayden, do an impression of someone, and we have to guess who it is.
I'll do a little combo.
Hayden,
well, how you doing there, partner?
That's
Donald Trump.
What's going on?
Donald Trump.
Oh boy, you're not good at this one.
How
you doing there?
Doing a very good Donald Trump.
Nobody.
Yeah,
this is a totally different
Trump,
guy.
honestly.
And I can do this guy. I can actually do this guy Canadian. Oh, how you doing there, buddy? You wanna
That's
tussle?
Canadian Donald Trump. President of Canada, Donald Trump.
I'm upset.
You're doing a really bad Donald Trump impression. It's
I
not
guess
our
I
fault.
just can't do it. I guess I just, I'm not that guy.
Oh, is it Obama? Who is he?
Evan, do a proper Donald Trump impression to prove that Hayden's fucking this up.
You're not great, okay? You're sleeping too much. You gotta wake up.
Is that Sean Wayne?
Is it very tender Donald Trump waking you up in the morning?
You're not doing
hello,
well.
my sweet little pumpkin. It's so nice to see you. I made you
tired.
breakfast in bed, and I want to give you a kissy on your forehead.
You're gonna want to get up now. You're gonna want to get up. Here we go.
You're gonna want to get out of bed. You're gonna want to start the day. Just thought I should let you know I hired a mariachi band to serenade you as you head to work. Okay. Oh, this game rules.